we go, here we go. What do you think of that? Look at that. That looks pretty good, I think. I think that looks fantastic. The base is coming together along very nicely, I believe. And I'm very happy with the amount of progress that I have made in between episodes. I think it's great. So yeah, over these past couple of days, I've been working on it non-stop, basically. I put a bunch of shroom lights in here to get rid of all the torches and to clean it up from clutter. I've put this bubble elevator in the middle here with hay bales in case, in case I go up and I need to come back down. It doesn't hurt as much. So, right the way up here to the middle floor. And as you can see, the walls are coming in pretty nicely. I have a little bit more stone. I just have to finish this wall, then one more, and the second floor will be completely done. Now what I want to do today is kind of simple, but also not. I'd like to do a lot of terraforming to keep the mobs out and to satisfy Nathan. Nathan keeps telling me to build a pathway so that he can find his way back anytime he comes over here. And I completely agree with that. I think that's a good idea. I need to build a pathway because, well, it's easy for me to know how to get back. I mean, I literally just have to go north in that direction. I mean, you can almost see the bridge, but not quite. Let's see. Oh, I don't have a spyglass. But, yeah, for anyone that's new, they wouldn't be able to see it. Oh, and speaking of new, guess who's on the server? The new person who I told you about, Julia and Amos. They've both officially hopped on the server. They're not on right now, it's just me. But they've been on, and Julia might build her base, like, kind of behind me. Over there will be neighbors, and then Amos is at an island that's actually just a little bit out that way. And he's got a little dirt hut going on there. And, okay, well, this is kind of funny, because I'll explain it. I'll explain what I did to Amos. Alright, so the direction that I was pointing you, there's the base, right? And if we go over here, we get to, this is kind of where Julia was when I saw her online. But Amos is going to be building on that island right there. I don't know if that's where he's going to build his main base, but he's built a little tiny starter base over here just so he can survive. And he told me that he was hiding valuables in a chest beneath the floor. And I don't think he meant to tell me that, but then Nathan and I went in search of that chest just to see if he was telling the truth. And it turns out he wasn't, or at least it wasn't where I remember him telling me it was. But instead of just leaving, Nathan and I gave him a little parting gift. So hopefully he discovers this before this video comes out. But if we come right in here, this is his little humble abode. He's got a bunch of stuff, his basic starting stuff. But if I dig one block, there's a pit down here that he and I dug out. And there's a sign down there, I think that says store valuables here, smiley face. Basically telling him that we've discovered this, and yeah. So if he stands here and just digs, he has a good chance of maybe not dying, but at least getting a good scare. So I probably won't be on to witness that, unfortunately, but hopefully I will get back to you on whether or not the plan was successful. I want to put things on the second floor before I do anything on the first floor. The first floor is going to be used for farms and like animal things, The second floor is going to be for my main storage unit, and I desperately need as much storage as I can get my hands on right now. So I feel like it would be important to build the storage room first. So I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming, might walk you through it, and then we'll see where we're at from there. Alright, so I did the outside here, as you can see. I got steps up here. This is the only way that you can get in, because having a barricade like this where it's 2 blocks tall means that zombies, creepers, skeletons, none of them can get in here. Spiders, yes, but I usually sleep at night, so the only way that any mob can actually get here is by walking up this way, right? Obviously Endermen can still teleport and whatnot, but I'm not really concerned about them. I'm concerned about the purely hostile mobs. Now I have stairs on all 3 sides, but I don't have any on this side simply because it's so much more of a drop down. I think it would look kind of wonky, and nobody lives out here, so I don't think anybody's going to ever enter from the back. So I think it looks pretty good. I've been trying to plant more trees around here, and one thing I want to do now is I want to make a path. I want to make a pathway connecting these front stairs with the bridge that's way over there. And I want to have it so that, you know, it's your normal path blocks, but I also want it to be terrained well with rocks and stuff and maybe some bushes, and I just want it to look really overgrown and a little more natural, if that makes sense, because I want it to fit the feel. Obviously that bridge is supposed to look a little bit ruined, and this is supposed to be like a temple, an old temple, so I also want this to look ruined with everything that connects to it. But now that I look at it, I'm going to need to increase the durability on this shovel. I'm going to need to grab a lot of stone. Ooh, I have a lot of stone. And I'm going to have to grab a bunch of other stuff. So I'm going to start getting to work on that. So now the path connects all the way down to the sand area. And there's nothing in between the sand area. So now I think what I have to do is I'm going to put some coarse dirt everywhere to add a little bit more texture. Oop, not there. But every once in a while, you know, just add a little bit of this to give it a little more detail, because you don't see coarse dirt all over the place as often, especially when you're in the jungle. There's not as much, so adding this little extra detail, it's not the normal dirt, but it looks a little bit different, gives it a more patchy feel, and it's going to make you say, this feels a lot more like a path, as opposed to just having the path blocks. Maybe I'm near a village. It's like, no, now you're actually near some place that someone has created. So I'm going to try my best to make this work and not to overdo it. And then I think we need to go over to the sand area to add some more things over there, because that's a little bit of a train wreck at the moment. There's coarse dirt in here, and as you can see, it makes it look a lot more... Yeah, it really does make it look more ruined and overgrown this way. This is pretty much exactly what I was going for. But then we hit this patch right here where it's purely sand, and obviously I can't make pathways through the sand, because then we get to a spot right here, which has a little bit of dirt, and then it's just sand until we get to the bridge. Now, since you can't make pathways in the sand, what I was thinking is a little bit of gravel and a little bit of stone. Not a lot, but just if we have it just every once in a while dotting around here, it'll really give it the feeling that it's leading you over to the rest of the path. So even though it doesn't have to be, you know, as frequent as, say, the dirt paths were and the coarse dirt, it's still frequent enough that it feels like you're supposed to follow in this direction. Now, a little more frequently than this, it's not going to look this terrible, but something along that lines where it feels a little bit more natural, but it feels like... Because think about it. Ooh, think about this. So the sand in the desert or anywhere where you see sand, it always blows, right? It always gets swept over. It always moves around. Like if you were to draw something in the sand, it'll get covered up after just a short amount of time. And why is that? Well, it's because of the wind. So by adding it a little less frequently than the others, it gives it that feeling that the wind has swept the sand over. So I'm going to try that. And once I get both of these sections done, then we can get to the last part of the path making adventure. Woohoo! Okay, the desert part is looking pretty good, but it's missing something, and that's stone and other things. So I'm gonna add some stones here along with some like sand slabs and whatnot, and that goes for this whole thing. You know, just randomly dotting across here. If we just, you know, add a couple of stone-related items, maybe. Might look a little funny at first, but when you dot them around enough, and then you just, yeah, like that. Just a random stone, just sticking right there. We have a couple of those around here, and I think that will look pretty cool. As long as I'm able to pull it off well enough, then we should be good to go, I think. Yeah, this will take a little bit of work. I'm not great at this. I haven't done this all that often, but I think I can make this work if I really set my mind to it. Right there, and we just dot these around as we go across, and that looks pretty cool, I think. This is really all I wanted to get done in terms of the pathway. I mean, I could add lights and stuff, but I feel like the biggest problem with adding lights or light-related blocks would just be because it makes it look a little less natural. I want this to look overgrown and unused. I think we'll be good to move on to the next thing today. Now that it's officially nighttime, I think it's time to run through. So you can see the paths lit up. I did decide to light it up just because it felt a little bit... it just didn't... It didn't have that feeling, right? Because you wouldn't have been able to find your way still at night quite as well. But I think this looks nice. I like the grass parts better than the sand parts. This is true. But overall, I am very pleased with how this turned out. I think the coarse dirt, along with the path blocks, the overgrown grass, all of the stones that are dotted around the path, I think it all looks really nice. And there's one more thing that we can do just to get a better visual of all this. Look, I even added a rock over there. We can go up to the top of our bubble elevator and check it out, which is perfect because we have to go up here anyways for something else that I really want to do. Oh, that looks cool. That actually looks really cool. I like that. Crumb Cable approves of this pathway, and I'm hoping that, Nathan does as well, because he was the one that motivated me to build this after all. And Nathan, this was a great idea. I'm very glad that you reminded me to do this. But since we're up here, let's do this. Look, I got 10 obsidian. You know what that means. We need an official nether portal in this base. Okay? So I'm thinking right here. Boom! Nether portal in the mega base. That's what I'm talking about. This is a really lame nether portal. I might make it bigger. I probably will make it bigger. But let's just see where we come out. I really want to see where I come out. Uh-oh. This is not where I want to be. Or wait, where's our nether tunnel system? I mean, I can't be that far away. Can I? I can't. There's no way I'm that far. Because my mega base is far away. Oh, here it is. Okay. Alright, wait, I've lost track of my portal again. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Alright, we're not too far. I have to get it at the same level, though. Alright, I'll do that, and then once that's done... Holy cow! Holy cow! Oh! Nope, nope, this is not how I'm gonna die, not how I'm gonna die. No, 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 no. Okay. Like I was saying, I'm going to move my portal, and then after I move my portal, we could get into the last thing that I want to do today, because I'm going to die. The last thing that I would really like to get done today is the beginning of my storage room. Okay, my storage room in my starter base right now is pretty much overflowing. I have had to be very conservative with the amount of space that I use up, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to try and start working out my storage system here, which, now that I'm looking at it, I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this just yet. I want it to be well organized, but at the same time... oh no, we'll just do a column. We'll just do a column in the center. We'll do a column of, like, stone bricks, for example. I think that would look cool. If we just do, like, a column of stone bricks in the middle, and then we'll have our chests going up, and we'll do that on all four sides. Now I'm still going to need more chests than that, so what if we go like that? I think that'll work. I think that'll work very nicely. You're probably wondering why on earth I need all this storage, and the answer is I don't know. I don't think I'm going to need all this storage. But it's fun to make believe, right? So like that, like that, like that. So this would be one wall. That's one wall. I think that could work. I mean, putting it this far away doesn't make a whole lot of sense now that I think about it. But I've already done it, so I might as well stick with it, I guess. Would it make sense to put it one block higher, maybe? If I just get the basic map of this going, that would be nice and easy for me for future Chrome, so that I know where I want everything. And yeah, let's see. Having those in place. Okay, having those in place has actually made me feel a little bit better. That's not too bad, because you figure the edge... So this is how far apart the chests will be. If I'm standing on a chest, if I'm looking at the chest, I just have to come over here. I can work with that. And I might put some extra stuff in here. I'm definitely going to put some extra stuff in here that's absolutely meaningless. So, yeah. We'll stick with this for now. I'm going to fill this up with chests. Ooh, look. My mouth is gone. Also, in other news, tomorrow is Josh's birthday, which is very exciting. So, Josh, if you're watching this, happy... Oh, boy. Hold on. Right, anyways. That never happened. Happy late birthday, Josh. Because this video will release long after your birthday, but I got you a gift in case you don't see it before this video comes out. I just have a little something for him in here. So I know he needs a lot of cobblestone, so we got 10 stacks of it in here. Not a ton, but I know it'll go a long way. I gave him some little bit of iron, some music discs, some golden horse armor with a saddle, and a spyglass. So it's nothing crazy, but it's just little things that I think he'll very much enjoy. I don't think he has a horse, but considering he is the king of this castle, as king, it would make sense for him to actually have his own horse. So maybe he'll look into getting one, and I think I need to look into getting one too. Maybe I'll go do that right now, actually. But yeah, I just really need a horse. Anyways, back to the base. All right, chests are in place. Everything is pretty much complete in, well, as far as the basics go. I have started to sort out the storage that I want to use over here. So this space over here is going to be reserved for wood and other natural building block related things. So there's not a lot in each chest at the moment, but I have some basic stuff. This wall of chests is pretty much all done. I have your basic building blocks, all sorts of stuff in here. And over here is the more natural elements, you know, seeds and gravel and saplings and all that stuff. Over here, I'm probably going to put all of my nether stuff, and I'll have my end stuff, and then I'll have valuables and tools, miscellaneous, all that back here. And then what about my diamonds, you ask? Are my diamonds going to go in one of these chests? The answer is no. I'm going to put my diamonds right down here. This will be a future episode where I'll work on this, but I want to make like a vault, and I want to put it underground in a secret redstone thing that only I have access to, so I won't be able to show it on camera. I also found a horse. It took forever to find, but this is Antilles. Say hello to Antilles. And he's the second fastest horse that I found. The only one that was faster was just slightly faster, but I didn't take him because he was a horrible jumper. This guy can get some height on him. This is pretty good. I can work with this. I don't need a horse, but sometimes it's just nice to go around places a little bit quicker than running and not having to waste as much food as well. So, we got a lot done today. Overall, we got a lot of the base done. We got the chests and whatnot all sorted out. We got this beautiful path built that goes over here. We delivered a gift to Josh. What else did we do? I feel like we did something else that was pretty significant, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. I legitimately cannot remember what else we did today. That's kind of embarrassing. But in any case, hopefully this was a fun episode for you to watch. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you later!